I have been proud of taking care of them. Dinner out on Sundays and music school for her. And now they whisper, they hide. They stay out of my room all the time. While I hear them talking amongst themselves, leaving me aside, asking and answering possibilities to find. Hey, Dad. Now what will happen? Hey, Dad, now how are you going to live? I have been a clerk on this 9-to-5 job shit only to pay the debts that your gambling life drags us in. In 5 years from now, I will be able to stop, I said some 10 years ago, but I know that if 5 more years would pass, I would not be able to kick my boss's ass. I hear my mother. Gregor, let me see my son, she cries. You will vomit, Sarah warns. He is not the son you used to see. Now he's a rotten, awful mass of charred flesh and grief. Gregor, she insists, and the door of my room smacks wide open, and I feel my mother stand there frozen. Mom, I try to shout. It's me, Gregor. But there is no sound. And similar as to when my sister comes, I feel my mother nauseated by me as the minutes pass. Is it the smell? The putrid charcoal smell of my rotten flesh? I understand. It must not be easy to see me like this. And without even talking to me while the boom of the door closes behind them, I am left alone, soaked in my fucking pee.
They all captured the core of the experience in completely different ways. These metronomic chords band that you had going, it felt very New York, and I said, well, this is a New York story. You take two ideas, two images that are very far apart and that you wouldn't normally associate, and when you put them together, that the distance that they come from, and then when you set them side by side and they resonate, makes something powerful.
I was going for an emphasis of the cacophony of the situation and the inconsistencies. You're in a hospital, you get kids whispering, and then you have all these horrible thoughts of this person has been turned into a monster, but at the same time emphasize I think, but anyway, I don't know if anybody else, the metaphor of it, like it's just an ordinary situation. This happens to everybody in some way, and so that's just the plaintive cello sound. But when you have all that going on, the voice has to rise above it.
Actors are very happy to make very strange, weird noises for you, if they understand the context, right?
Being a composer, being a musician, I'm like, I just go for the cello.
Right.
I sort of didn't think about what possibilities there might be. So I guess that's what I would do differently.
Of the one note, the crescendo and decrescendo of the one note, like each one of them, it was like, that's a beautiful vocabulary that I could see taking into the whole piece as the sort of scaffolding of the musical language. It's great to see it exploded 6 different ways.
Each one did feel really different, and then how we talked to each other or didn't, or if we were together or not, and really trying to figure that out. It was a beautiful gift. It's very rare that I, as an actor, or many actors, get to work with a musician in